So forgive me for loading this video a little late. I told you guys if I'm not here, it's because I'm booked and busy, and mother is getting booked and busy. Stay tuned. Actually, I was going to do this review on the weekend and give myself just a little bit more time to catch up, but there is so much popping up about this episode online that I feel like I'm gonna run into a spoiler. So I'm like, let me hurry up and do this. And I feel like this is the episode where we're going to get like a nasty side of OG, a justified nasty side. Or maybe not justified, I don't know, but from what I've seen and from what I've heard, I feel like people are coming at her sideways, and I feel like she's unnecessarily popping off from what I've heard. I do not know, so I'm interested to see. So without further ado, let's get into this review. Okay, so I don't know what happened at the meet and greet, but OG shows up and Malaysia is just like instantly negative. Like, I don't know, like OG like breathes, and you know, Malaysia's talking about her style, and just, I don't know, they are all just really mean and nasty. This is not how you meet people for the first time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even if your first perception of OG is that she doesn't have a style that you prefer, why would you voice that? Especially if you have not known this person, this is your first time meet. It's just, they have no decorum here. Like, they're very rude and disrespectful when they meet someone for the first time. Like, I'm serious, guys. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand why they do not like OG. I haven't seen anything up to this moment to justify it. And the thing about it is they do not like her just because of how she looks and her style. And that is just my conclusion, because that is the only thing that they have given me. That's the only thing that they have said. They talked about her looks and they talked about her style, and that's it. So I don't know. I don't like it. This is really, really ugly. And I hope it's addressed at the reunion, because I don't like this. I do not like this at all. And I bet you one of these heifers is going to try to do a women's empowerment summit or something during this season. I bet you. They always do some kind of women's empowerment on these kind of TV shows. And I told you before, and I'll say it every time. Every time somebody on these reality TV shows, these trashy reality TV shows, does a women's empowerment summit or brunch or dinner, whatever, a feminist dies, we are putting feminist lives at danger by allowing these women to do anything concerning women's empowerment. We have got to stop the madness. Did y'all catch what Malaysia said to Jackie? She was like, you think you slick. You got somebody who can fight. Now, I think that Jackie, I think that's exactly what Jackie did. She got somebody who would take on these ladies because she cannot do it on her own. So I think what's going to happen is, because Jackie introduced OG to the group, she's probably going to feed her some stuff, and because OG is probably going to be loyal to Jackie, I'm thinking it could go differently, but I think she's going to, you know, buck up and get involved in conflicts that don't necessarily concern her. And I think that, you know, Jackie did do that. She got somebody who was intimidating, somebody who would not back down, somebody who would, you know, knock Jennifer over the table if she get grimy. Malaysia was like, you ain't slick. I know exactly what you doing. You know what? I feel bad for Evelyn. Although she's so nasty on this show, I do. I feel bad for her that she has to go through this process of destroying, basically, you know, possibly, if the child, you know, came to fruition, a child with somebody who she thought that she was going to marry and, you know, probably grow old with, right? So that's like, despite how you feel about somebody, that's a lot on your psyche. And I really, really do feel bad for her. But guys, can I tell you, concerning that situation, I have to voice this, and I feel horrible for saying it, but I think it's gonna happen. And I just think that we, the fans, just have to be prepared for it, because I think it's gonna happen. I think not this year, but I believe soon and very soon that Evelyn is going to get back with Chad. I see it. I see it. Especially, I felt it from the moment she talked about him on that radio show. I was just like, man, this girl gonna go back to him. And I will be honest, I think when it was good with them, it was good. And when it was bad, it was bad. I think they're just that kind of toxic couple. And I think that because time has passed and maybe she's looking at stuff differently and he's looking at stuff differently, I don't know. I feel like she's gonna get back with him. I really, really do. And I don't think it's good for business, but the heart wants what the heart wants. You know what I mean? And I necessarily, because I don't know anyone who has changed, you know what I mean? I don't know anyone who has been in a relationship like this and they have, you know, reached a successful level where they stayed with an abuser. So I don't know, you know what I mean? I really don't know. So it's hard to talk about because I'm just like, I don't want to be for it and I'm not, but I also don't want to beat up on her if it does happen because I've never been in that kind of situation and I don't know what they had outside of the camera. So, it's tough. It's a really tough situation. But I think she's going to end up back with that man and I think she's going to have a baby with him. I'm telling you, I really, really do. Because you know she's still in contact with his daughters. Like, they still have a really good relationship. It's weird. It's weird. And I just, girl, I don't know. I don't know if it's good for business. I don't know if it's good for the heart. I don't know. But I think it's going to happen. So we need to be ready. You know what, OG, I don't want her to come back next season. I think her presence, sad to say, brings out an ugly layer of these women that can't even be discussed on VH1. You know what I mean? This is a talk for like OWN or PBS, you know, because you got to go real deep here because I'm telling you guys, I don't think that their issue with OG is the fact that she is like a dark-skinned woman with a wide nose, full lips. You know what I mean? Like it's her look. It's her look. It's her blackness that bothers them. I just gotta say it. I really, really do think it because they'll take a black person that looks like Malaysia, or they'll take a black person that looks like what's her name, Kristen, but they won't take an OG. You know what I mean? Because I just don't understand. They act like they have the best fashions. You know what I mean? So many times, all of them have walked in with the best fashions from Rainbow. You know, Dot's clearance section. Catherine's, new season. They've always walked in with stuff like that. They rarely pull off a Real Housewives of New York kind of fit because they don't have that coin. So to sit here and try to look down on this woman like you've been slaying it the whole time. Are you kidding me? The rompers that you guys would wear, they were like $10 at, your local flea market. Y'all were all wearing that kind of stuff. Y'all were all wearing them 99-cent, corner store earrings. So you're talking about this girl and all the clothes that she's wearing and her makeup and all this stuff. Like, you guys had it. Y'all first season, you look rough. To be honest, still today, a lot of y'all still look rough. Y'all still trying to act like y'all got this money and got this fashion sense, and you don't, because you can't afford it like those other shows. So don't look down on somebody who is trying to come up in the game as well. I can't fathom. Like, she hasn't done anything. The only thing that they have talked about with OG is how she looks. Doesn't that seem like horrible to you? It's like these older women tearing down this woman based on her looks. I bet you one of these heifers is going to try to do a women's empowerment thing. And I'm telling you, it better not be on this show. I am going to lose it if they do a women's empowerment, like anything on this show. Not with how they're treating OG. I don't get it. I do not get it. And then you have OG with the looks here. And then you have Cece, who is somebody who does not like get into it like that. You know what I mean? She's just not a confrontational person. And you have these older women bullying her. It's so ugly because they form in like this mean girl clique that is just like so elementary. It's like, you can't see this? Y'all can't see that y'all ridiculous? This is ugly. This is beyond what I can handle. It really, really, like, I can't stomach it anymore. And I can't believe that production even allowed this to play out. I can't believe they allowed this to be edited into some kind of storyline. Unless y'all have some great, like a great comeback for OG later in the season or in the reunion, y'all all are complicit. Like, this makes no sense to me. I can understand them not liking her for her mouth being slick or for something that she's done. But every scene is talking about how she looks. And I don't feel comfortable with that. I don't like it. I don't like it. I can't. Listen, I had a chuckle when Tammy was just like, oh no, we don't look alike. Because listen, you can't tell me that somebody looks like me or that I look like somebody. The only person you can say I look like is my mama. Anybody else, nah. Because 9 times out of 10, You don't think you look like that person. I hate when people do that. I do not like that. You look like this person. You look like that person. No, unless it's my mama, don't open your mouth, because I guarantee you I'm going to have a problem with the person you picked. So that's why I got a little chuckle, because I feel like that would be like my reaction to something like that. But it's just gotten out of hand with OG. It's gotten out of hand. I don't like it. I don't like it. Do you guys see it? Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below, because I don't like it. I do not like it. I also think it's just because it's so familiar to me, you know what I mean? I am a gorgeous black woman with a deeper complexion. You know what I mean? I am blessed by melanin. And I've had to deal with women like Evelyn, who would make fun of my skin color. I've had to deal with black girls like Jennifer and Kristen, who would make fun of my hair texture. You know what I mean? Like, it's, and listen, I am not that kind of black person, just like, now I hate all black people because I was teased by black kids. Nah, I just realized there's something jacked up with those kids and something's wrong with in their household as I got older, you know what I mean? But I also realized in my community, that's an issue. It's a deep-seated issue. It's colorism, and we have to, I don't know. I don't like it. Something has to be done about that, because I also remember getting made fun of about my lips. Now that white women are trying to get these lips, all of a sudden these big lips is back in. Y'all wasn't saying that back in the day. You know what I mean? So it's, I don't know. I just feel really, really bad. I don't like it, and I don't like these women doing it because it just looks very poor. It looks so ugly for all of them to do that. And as someone who has watched this show since season 1, I don't like looking at them like this. You know, it was how it was with Evelyn. When she started jumping over tables and hitting people and throwing wine bottles, like, I love the fact that she went to, I think she crashed somebody's show, and I remember when security was trying to stop her and Jennifer walking in, and she was like, no, we're not on the list, we're not stopping, get out of here, and kept on, like, I love that, you know what I mean? I love that, like, she knew who she was, she bossed up or whatever, but when she started throwing wine bottles and jumping on tables, it just became nauseating, and I could not watch her anymore, and I was glad when she left the show. I feel like that's happening again, especially with her and Jen. They're just awful. Awful, awful, awful. And I hate the fact that all the other women are getting into it as well. And I've just noticed it. I've noticed an instant dislike of OG just because of her presence. And there's no other reason that makes sense to me concerning our history for why they don't like her than the fact that she looks like a black person who has not been, you know, tainted with masses blood. Can we just talk? Can we be real here? You know what I mean? Like, I know we all look different, right? We all come in different, you know, flavors, right? But I feel like because she is a black person who looks like something that, let's be real, we were taught to hate, they got a problem with that. And it's just uncomfortable, because I just want to talk about the shade, the mess, and the drama. But I feel like, I'm sorry, summer has just started in LA and it gets hot. And I can't put on my air because it's my air conditioner. Not my air conditioner, but my central air is too loud. So I had to, you got to deal with my shade fan. But what I'm trying to say is I don't like it, and I don't like sitting here having to talk about that when I just really want to come here for the shade, the mess, and the tacky bodysuits. That's it. That's it. They're making this into something deeper, and it's just really, it looks poor on production. Like, why would you craft this storyline? Like, why would you even, you knew this was wrong. You knew we were going to have a problem with this. Why do you keep on putting this out there? They all look like bullies at this point, because everybody has had something to say but Jackie, and it's just going to turn the season into something that it doesn't have to be. I don't mind having this conversation, but this network and this cast is not the place to have it. OG, 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 OG. Now, I'll give OG this in the beginning. Malaysia was doing too much. Like, Malaysia, people could talk about Jackie. Like, and people can discuss, she's new, she wants to know what's going on, Jackie won't give her information, so she's trying to talk to somebody who is very open about talking about the situation. I didn't think that she was doing anything messy. I felt like Malaysia was being extra, and I just, you know, Malaysia is that kind of friend where I'm like, I can't. It's like a suffocating friend. It's like they're loyal to their friends to a fault. Like, remember when Brandy was on the show? Malaysia got in so much drama because of Brandy. That's my friend. You're not going to talk about my friend. We're not 14. You know what I mean? If somebody has an issue with someone, It's not your business. If they're not dragging your friend, then you don't need to get into it. And you don't need to be that girl. If my friend don't like you, I don't like you. Like, grow up. Girl, you're at work. You know what I mean? Like, I can't take Malaysia when she does it. She's the type of friend that's very suffocating. It's too much. I didn't see anything wrong with OG saying, well, what's the issue? So who doesn't like each other? She's new. She's trying to figure this out. She's asking questions. She thinks that you guys are cool. And you're just, no, don't do that. That's my friend. I'm going to defend her. You're being messy. What? I didn't see any of that. I feel like they just make things up with this girl because they do not like her for obvious reasons. Demons. They got, it's this. And it's sad because I see it happen in American black women a lot of times. And it's like, ladies, all we got is each other. So what are y'all doing? But anyway, I'm going to leave that conversation alone because I feel like I'm going to have to talk about it the next episode because they're going to keep on doing it until we get to this reunion. Anyway, OG, sis, you went left. You went left. You did not need to say that to Malaysia. You guys weren't getting there. I felt like either OG should have left or she should have tried to diffuse and just been like, I wasn't trying to be messy. You know, you still are new. So you got to like watch how you walk in these situations. But when she called her wig, you and wig can stay. I was Evelyn in this situation because Evelyn was getting her life. She was like, drinking her wine, like, okay. That was me watching this scene like, oh my gosh, did she just call her wig? And OG, I'm gonna be real with you, sis. They're gonna read you for your hair. So you can't do that. You know what I mean? Like, you cannot do that. You gotta be on point. And listen, I'm gonna give you this. It's your first season. You don't really know. But you can't come for somebody else's wig if you are struggling a bit as well. I'm gonna be real with you. Not because of how you look, but because this is not, you know, real talk. We gotta be honest here. You know, it needs work. It does. It doesn't need to be called out in every scene she's in, but it needs work. And see, this is the thing. Malaysia been doing this for a minute, so she was ready. She was like, yours is coming off. And then they got a close-up of her wig. I just see. What did OG do this season? They don't like her. You know, the ladies don't like her. Production doesn't like her. The editors don't like her. I don't, girl. What happened? OG, you can't return to this show. They will destroy you. Sis, you got to find something else. And I hope to God she don't do nothing crazy like bleach her skin or like get her nose done. Because you know how this is what we do to black people. We tear them down for looking like black people. And then when they start bleaching their skin and changing their features, oh my God, keep them in your prayers. Something's going on with them. They hate themselves. They want to be white so bad. You make fun of their broad nose. You make fun of their dark skin. Now all of a sudden you want to keep them in your prayers. Now you feel like they're going crazy. Before Michael Jackson got his nose done up, he was talked about. Everybody made fun of his nose. That was one of his biggest issues. The fact that he was growing, he was maturing, his nose was spreading, and everybody made fun of him. And that whole family. They all, you know, I ain't saying nothing about the Jacksons. I love y'all, but I'm just saying, you know, like, a lot of times we're complicit. We're complicit. You know what? I think that Jackie getting into acting is exactly what she needs. You know, she's the type of personality who needs something to do with all of that energy. And I like the fact that her and Tammy are taking this class together and, you know, building on their friendship. Because I feel like with Jennifer being back and her and Evelyn getting close and Shawnee kind of picking their side, I think that these ladies need somebody. Like, they need a core group of friends and, well, just a core, you know, trio, I guess. And it's Jackie, Malaysia, and Tammy. I think that's needed because Tammy feels on the outs, Jackie feels on the outs, Malaysia has never really been apart. So they need something to cling onto and really build off of. So I like them coming together. I especially like Jackie and Tammy together because I think this is real. I don't think that they're trying to do this for storyline. I think they're actually friends, and I think they became friends because they were kind of pushed out. And sometimes that's not a strong foundation, but for this situation, I think it is. I love Malaysia. She never gets these terminologies right, but she tries. She acted a plum fairy. What? It's plum fool, baby. Plum fool, but thank God you're cute. Thank God. Here these women go with another makeover. You know what? You know what? I forgot about that chick from last season. They did the same thing to her. It was a chick that was heavyset. They're horrible. They are awful people. She was heavyset. She was the one who her sister said that she lied about having a miscarriage or whatever. And they always talked about how she looked. They are so mean. Like, you guys don't have the best fashions. How dare you? And then that makeover they got her was horrid. Like, she did not want to dress like some, bottom of the barrel Instagram thought. And they were putting her on all this stuff. And she actually had a breakdown. She really, really did. And then they all tried to, save face and start all this crying. This is who they are. Like, if you want to help somebody, do it off camera. You know what I mean? OG does need a new wig. She really, really does. Let's be real here, right? If you want to help her, you don't got to do it on camera, and you don't have to be shady about it, because Malaysia is doing this because she doesn't like the fact that OG said wig. And I can understand that, right? And her shadiness, to me, is justified. I would pull a stunt like that too. But don't try to cover it up with, oh, I just want to help her with her looks, because that's not what you're doing here. And that's not what those ladies were doing last season. Women's empowerment and makeovers. Stay away from them. You guys are horrible at them. Horrible. What's going on with Evelyn and Jen in these beach scenes? I don't understand. Is this like a theme? I don't get it. I don't know why they're constantly meeting on the beach and Jen is like walking in from nowhere every time. It's like, where did you come from? Like, did you walk all the way from Malibu to get to Santa Monica? What is going on? Like, it makes absolutely no sense. But they have scenes like this often. And I don't understand why. Have they ever mentioned that they like the beach? That the beach is their meeting spot? What is going on? And why are they in 2 different seasons? I'm done. I like that Tammy pulled OG aside and like had a little one-on-one hangout girl time session with her, because I think it's important that somebody who has been there for a long enough time and has been through, hell and back with these women, really, coach her and tell her, the A's and B's and the ins and out is high in this room. The ins and outs of this show and how to really deal with these ladies. And I love the fact that they showed an old clip of how Tammy was well received. And I still think that they are reading OG, because they are. Like, they've made comments about just her face in general. But these women are not nice to women who don't dress tacky like they do, because I've never seen them hit it with the fashions, ever. Evelyn, Jennifer, they always try. They always looked a hot mess to me. They always look like the girls you went to junior high with whose parents were drug dealers, and they were wearing the best scammer fashions. That's who Evelyn and Jennifer look like. They look like scammer wives. That's what they look like. They're not basketball wives, they're scammer wives. All of their outfits look like they were stolen out of their cousin's like trunk, or bought out of their cousin's trunk, who went on like a dash and grab at like Shore Hills Malls or something like that. So that's what they look like to me. So I don't like them reading people for their fashions when they have never been hitting, ever. They've never knocked it out the park. Even when they look good, it's always read very pedestrian. You know what I mean? None of you have served Dynasty fashions. None of you have served the Real Housewives of New York. None of you have served the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Well, maybe you have served Atlanta, but Atlanta's a totally different ball game. They just got money. They don't know how to spend it. Y'all don't got the coin that these ladies have to really make something look nice. So I don't even know. Aside from Shawnee, who still wears a very modest, affordable fashion. So I don't know. I don't know what it is with this show, but I'm just like, none of you guys who are looking down on these women have ever hit it up the ballpark fashion-wise. Ever. So be humble and sit down. I'm not a wiggy, right? I just feel like they're so hot. But this little wig party, it's making me rethink some things, because a lot of them look natural. This is the thing. I cannot stand when it's like, the person got on a wig. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be Harry Houdini, and fool people into thinking this is my hair, right? But I just don't want to look, I just don't want to, that look. Y'all know that wig look where the baby hair is just plastered down. And it's just, I don't like it. I do not like it. And then it's like the net is not matching or meshing with your skin color. and it's giving you this weird hairline. I don't like that. But I'm looking at some of the ladies try on these wigs. I'm like, these are good quality wigs. Okay, Malaysia, you may be onto something. Does anybody know who lives in LA? Does anybody know if that is an actual place that houses those wigs? Or did Malaysia's wig person bring those wigs there? Because I've seen that place before on Melrose, but I thought it was a nail salon. So I don't know. Let me know if those wigs are there. I might go check it out. Looks cute. Be up in here with some wigs, some hoe wigs. That's what I want, like a hoe wig and then with some black power wigs. Because I'm a little bit of both. Work. No, I'm not. I've seen OG's new confessional look, and it seems like she used one of them wigs from this little wig party. Work says, show them up. They want to hate on your wig. She's just like, I'm going to take one from this party and show them up. We got to blend it a little bit more, but I feel like it's a step up from what you've been showing. Stay on this trail, sis. Stay on this trail. Don't let them tear you down. Evelyn, you being messy. And Kristen, you just being a brat. Like, I wouldn't have said nothing. Or, you know what? I would have been a bigger person. So, Evelyn, so they also... OG is handling this so much better than I would. OG is trying on a wig. They've all talked about how she looks, right? So when she's trying on this wig, Malaysia tells her to try on this wig. They all start circling her and looking at it and say, oh, this is it. This is it. You know, I don't know. They're just terrible with makeovers. And Evelyn, not being helpful, is just like, oh... yeah, that's it, OG. That's the one. What do you think, Kristen? You know they got beef. You just being petty. I would have read Evelyn. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even bother with Kristen. Because Kristen, no. It's like, girl, grow up. Grow up. Like, what are you doing? If that were me, I would have taken it. I would have taken a high road. Because listen, I'm never going to let you know that you got me. I'm never gonna let you know. You're not gonna know that you got some place to point me anytime we got a little issue. You know, you can stick right there anytime something pop off. Nah, I'm always gonna take the high road, and then I'm gonna pop you. I won't know. I'm delivered. But I would have just been like, oh, I think it looks great. You look great, OG. And then made her uncomfortable for the issue that we had. Because now you feel bad that I'm not being nasty because you came ready. You came ready and protected because we've been in something. But if I'm just like, oh, yeah, I think it looks great on you. It really, really does. You look beautiful. What you gonna do then? You ready to knuck if you buck, and I'm coming here in my full Jesus Christ garment. You know what I mean? Like I'm giving you full Savior tease, and you're ready to fight. You got to throw them off guard. Don't let them know they got you, ever. But when people get in issues with Kristen, everybody know they got Kristen because she sits there like a baby and pout. You grown. With a grown man and a grown baby. That baby's beautiful though, but that baby, she knows she the princess of that castle. This is what I'm gonna say about Kristen. I feel like OG saying, is he, bothers her way too much. Bothers her to the point where you start thinking, did something happen? Because when OG said that, is he, I mean, it went deep. Kristen is sitting there like holding on to it. You talked about my husband. You're messing with my family. What? Who got that out of, is he? Who got that out of there? So I don't know what's going on, but her reaction is making me feel like something happened for her to just be on guard like that. And maybe she feels like OG knows something, but I don't think OG knows anything. I think they were just, you know, in a little battle. You know how you are in an argument, you just start throwing stuff out and then something lands and you don't even know it lands. You just, you know, you just picking out stuff because it's like bam, 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 bam. You in a war right now. So you're just picking anything that you think is going to hurt. And something lands, but you don't think it's going to like cut the person in two. Or maybe you are looking for that. I don't know, but I don't think that that's where OG was from my perception of the argument. But I think that, is he? Whew, it touched on something because Kristen is heated and she has not let it go. I feel like if there was nothing there, I don't think she'd be as pissed off as she is. So it's just making me feel like there's something deeper going on. Oh, I'm definitely finding Malaysia's wig person. I probably can't afford it right now, but soon. Stay tuned. But yeah, she's making all these wigs look great on these ladies. Like, great. Are they custom? I don't know what this is, but I've never seen wig transformation so amazing. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I've seen stuff like this on people like who got like hair issues and they put on a wig and it's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. You look beautiful, girl. But this, the way she got these ladies looking, they went from basic to Barbie. I'm liking it. Listen, me and Kristen, child, we would have been fighting a long time ago. The patience of OG, the way Kristen is like talking to her, I'm like, first of all, it's nice to see you. Who are you talking to? OG, I'm listening. Like, I can't. It's so condescending and gross and unnecessary. It's like, Kristen, you were wrong. You were wrong. You popped off at her. Why would she speak? I wouldn't speak to you either. Unless I'm taking the high road that day. It depends on how far removed from Sunday service I am. Because you know what I mean? On Monday, you're just like, it's okay. I'll take it to the altar. When I start getting close to like Friday, we might box a bit. Let me stop. I haven't had a fight in years, but I'm a verbal assassin. Pray for me in that area because it's not cute either. You know, I've been picked on a lot, so I've just become very witty. This is getting way too personal. Anyway, I just feel like Kristen is in the wrong here, and her reactions to OG is just so nasty. And I'm just like, OG is taking a lot. I wouldn't. I couldn't. Like, it's unnecessary. And then she's like putting her on display in front of these girls. And I feel like she's doing that to show them that she could be like them too. But she's not like that to the ladies. She's not like that to Evelyn, Shawnee, or Jennifer. And I feel like it's because she wants to be a part of that clique. She doesn't want to be friends with OG. She already had her perceptions of OG because of, let's be real here. And she was just like, nah, I don't need to be, I'm not going to give you no kind of respect. She was already like, giving something off. And I was just like, this was your first time meeting. What's the problem? And I just, listen, OG, you don't got to talk to that girl. You don't have to. You don't have to listen to nothing that she says at all until she says, I'm sorry. Poor Kristen. Kristen has not been in a lot of like confrontations and arguments in her life because she just does not know how to handle it. Everything that she says, OG has a response. Like, quick. I'm telling you, when you've been picked on, it's like training. You know what I mean? You get real quick and clever with your responses, and Kristen is not ready. She's stuttering and everything. I'm like, she got you on the ropes. Where are you coming off? Like, I just don't get it. I don't get Kristen. She's attacking my family. Respect my relationship. All she said was, is he? You brought him up. You brought up your husband. You showed the ring. You volunteered your child up. You offered your marriage, your child in battle. Don't get mad because somebody was able to use that weapon better than you. You would try to do that to hurt her, to make her feel less than, that she don't have a ring, that she don't have a husband, that she don't have a baby, because we know how those kind of girls are. Every woman has come up against some kind of woman who has something that society has told her is an achievement in life, and she tries to throw it in other women's faces. And a lot of women take that and fall apart, and then there are women who are like OG, who's just like, okay, you gonna volunteer this? Let me turn it around and throw it right back at you. That's what happens. So I don't know why she's trying to take the high road here. And Tammy, let's not talk about people's hair. I didn't like that. Because Kristen has a beautiful head of hair. We all know what you're talking about. You're talking about her texture. You know what I mean? So you're talking about if she pulls her wig off, what we going to see? We're going to see them Negro naps. And if we pull her wig off, what we going to get? We're going to get that mixed girl hair. That's what you're trying to say, Tammy. I'm telling you, these ladies are very coded. I see it. I know what they're doing. And I do not like it. I hope it's brought up. I really, really do. OG, please get your ducks in a row for this reunion. Because if you read these ladies with the facts of how they are coming for you, child, if you want another season, you're going to get another season, and you're going to get more money, and your fan base is going to grow larger, because there are so many people who have dealt with that and dealt with specifically black women like this, or young black women like this. And it's, man, the tables are turning. We're getting better, but this is really unfortunate. I don't like it. Read her on something else. Don't read her on her looks. Like, it's low, because we know why you're reading her, and it's ugly. Because real talk, none of you are these like flawless beauties. Y'all all need some kind of help. Now maybe y'all got better help than OG, but come on. All of y'all have been under the knife. All of y'all have done something. All of y'all have done some kind of enhancement. Nobody is sitting there barefaced with the face they started off with before they started using baller money to get all these enhancements and coming for OG. Now if we're all on like this is what God gave us and y'all coming at her with what God gave her, not even okay. It's still low, but I'm just like, y'all not, it's not an equal playing field. Y'all not playing fair. Because y'all sitting here after having money, after having work, after getting these kind of enhancements, then turning around to her and being like, oh, you're hideous. You're hideous because you didn't have the money to get the surgeries that we got. You didn't have the money to get these titties or these wigs. Like, y'all pathetic. You know what? I can't agree with Malaysia. I don't think that CeCe did anything wrong. I don't think that she did anything that these ladies never do any other time. I don't think that she did anything that wasn't approved by production to get something started. So, like, when people do something to move a story along in these shows, you gotta let it fly because it's a show and they have to give us a storyline. So this is what CeCe did. You guys all do it. So I just don't, the pile on for her, I don't think that it was necessary. And I'm still watching, but I already know that they're going to get ugly with her and she's probably going to leave crying again and Kristen isn't going to do anything to defend her because she's trying to hang out with these ladies. I already know how it's going to play out, but I'm going to keep on watching. I don't know why Jennifer is so turned up with CeCe. I don't know what happened behind the scenes. I don't know. It's not justified. There's nothing on the show that justifies her coming for her. I think it's just the fact that Jennifer is coming for somebody who she thinks is a little lamb. You know what I mean? Because Jennifer is like the flunky in this situation. And she won't come for Evelyn. She won't come for Tammy. She won't come for Jennifer. She won't come for Jackie. Not because they have friendships, but because she knows she can't beat them. You know what I mean? In any sense of the way. Like, she can't beat them in the word for word. She can't beat them physically. But she knows that she can come after Kristen because Kristen is trying to get into this group and she'll probably do anything. So she knows that she can cuss her out and shut her down and Kristen will take it. She knows that she can come for CeCe because CeCe is not confrontational. You know what I mean? She hasn't come for OG. I wonder why. It's a whole punk move. Punk move. I agree with Kristen telling CeCe to stand up for herself. I disagree with the messenger. Kristen doesn't stand up for herself. When she was in that situation with Evelyn and Jen, she started to cry. Like, you weren't standing up for yourself. You were crying. You know what I mean? You backed down. You didn't stand up for yourself at all. So I don't feel like you are the one who should say that when you don't stand up to the bullies on this show either. So why are you expecting CeCe to do it? But I do think that CeCe needs to stand up. I think she needs to have her own back. I think she walks into this thinking that she had an ally in Kristen, and she doesn't. Kristen wants to get involved with the cool clique. She wants to be accepted by them. She doesn't want to be accepted by you. You're not on. You know what I mean? It maybe if you were flyer and maybe if you had the most money, and the most like popularity, Kristen would be riding for CeCe. But in this situation, CeCe doesn't. So Kristen is going to go with the group that she feels like is going to better her in some kind of way, whether it be her getting another season, her popularity raising. It's the age-old story of two girls who are besties from kindergarten all the way up to junior high. They get into high school and one of them wants to be with the cool clique and they end up leaving that friend for dust and they don't end up speaking to them again till graduation. You know, like it happens all the time, and this is the situation with CeCe and Kristen. Kristen is leaving CeCe because she wants to be with the cool clique, and CeCe won't play ball. So if you don't play ball and do what the cool girls want you to do, you can't be a part of this. It's sad, but I feel like if CeCe get along with Jackie and Tammy and OG, that'll be a nice little clique for her to, you know, gain some strength from. But she got to let this friendship with Kristen go, because the Kristen that you knew before these chicks is not going to be the same Kristen. She's going to turn on you like she's doing now, telling you to go in there and tell these women everything that you're saying to her right now, knowing good and well they're going to read you for filth and have you in tears again. Like, sis, stop telling her to do something you would never do. So the episode has ended. I just got finished watching the preview. I don't know what, oh my gosh. Oh, shoot, I'm filming next Monday. Shoot, but let me tell y'all something, guys. I pray to God that I wrap early, just for that day. I don't need them cut me early. I need all my check. But I don't care how late it is, I am staying up and I am reviewing this next episode, all from that one scene where Jim was like, Tammy and I had a conversation about Evelyn sleeping with your ex. Listen, this is where we should have started in this dry season. What? Oh, Shawnee. It's gonna be good. See you next week.